We're visiting the lovely Bernadette today, so thank you for having us round. Will you show us your lovely home where you host students?
Of course I will. Come in.
Thank
Welcome.
you, thank you.
Come on, guys.
Here's the two little family pets. We all love our pets in Ireland, don't we?
We absolutely do. I absolutely do. Shall we go upstairs or
Yeah,
down?
yes. Go on, I'll follow you
Okay.
up.
This is the basic 3-bedroom house.
Yeah. So
And this is bathroom. Yeah, but I did extend it.
Oh, lovely.
It's a small student room.
Right, okay, yeah.
Now, as you can see, it's not, but I'm not that bothered. It's
Yes,
a
you've got
space.
somebody in here at the moment.
Well,
yeah?
I do. I have a student at the moment, yeah.
It's lovely, bright and airy, and like you say, you've got lots of storage. I think something that's very important as well when you have students is making sure that the only things in there is their things.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Yeah.
their wardrobe, because otherwise if you go in and it's the storage room, they kind of feel like they're not in a proper guest room. And this is your area
Right,
here?
this room, yeah, and as I said, students are invited to look at a movie, and sometimes when I'm leaving out, I'll say to them, you can actually come down and look at something yourself.
Absolutely.
No problem.
No?
Absolutely no problem with that.
You said you just liked, after 9:30 you were saying to me, that's your quiet time. So you can have a little switch off.
They have the use of the shower room down here. This is the utility room as
Yeah,
well.
because they love a shower. They don't normally have a bath, do the students? They love the, it's really light and bright.
And once they clean out themselves, and it just means having respect for the next person to use the bathroom. That's what I say.
It's absolutely a great house rule to have. And then this is the heart of the home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So especially in the winter time, the log burning stove is on.
Oh, I'd say that's lovely.
Because I do actually love cooking.
Well, I think a lot of the students always think that they're going to be coming to, like you say, the log burner, the kitchen table, the Irish soda bread. This is the idea.
And this is my miniature version of it.
I know, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
And as I said, I use this all year round. They can come if they want to do exercises here.
Yeah.
This is all sponge.
Oh God, it's fab.
So they can come here, and I do grow all my own herbs, everything.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for showing us around. It's so pretty. So I am here with one of our lovely hosts today, Bernadette, and we wanted to ask you, what does a warm welcome mean to you? What do you offer your guests when they arrive?
The first thing I want them to do is feel comfortable.
Yeah.
To not feel embarrassed or awkward.
Yes.
Bring them in, sit them down. If they want tea, coffee, cold drink, sandwich, whatever they need.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're very tired after travelling, so it might be just a quick have a glass of water.
Depends what time of day they arrive, doesn't it?
Exactly, or wherever they've been travelling from. And then we can go and have a look at their room and settle everything.
Do a nice house tour.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let them ask them if there's anything they really don't like to eat, which is important.
Yeah.
And show them the room. Ask them if they get to have a shower.
Yeah.
All these things. Introduce them to the menagerie of pets
that you have. We love our pets in Ireland, don't we?
We do, because I think they're a way of letting somebody feel if they're emotional, because none of us really like to be away from home for too long.
Yeah,
we might feel lonely, and an animal doesn't have to be spoken to.
Yes,
it's all comfort.
Exactly.
It's a comfort.
True.
And some people, they've missed their own animals at home, so it's nice. But it's just basically saying, I want you to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I want you to feel that you're welcome, and if there's anything you need or any questions, just ask.
Yeah. We always, as well as an agency, try to say all the time to the agent, to the teachers, to the students, if you've got any problems, go to your house first, because they feel awkward and shy sometimes. I'm like, if you don't like a sandwich, if you don't like the food, you would love it that it came from them, as opposed to when it comes round in the circles.
Oh my God, what have I missed?
Exactly.
What have I missed that I didn't realise?
Yeah. But they're just shy. That's the thing a lot of the time.
And another thing I do, I always say to the students is, if I give you something to eat and you really don't like it, you'll never get it again.
Exactly. Let me know.
You know, it's not as if we're stuck to a certain diet or anything, you know. That we can cook anything. And you know, sometimes students are all into their pastas, plain food.
Yes.
You know, where you might be wanting to give them something a little bit more exotic and they're not interested. You know, some people don't like spices. Some people love spices.
Yeah. So you have a good chat with them at the start and ask them, you know, what don't you like? I think it's important what don't you like as opposed to what do you like, because otherwise they could be giving you a whole list. And then obviously you show them upstairs. And what about house rules? Like, it's good to have, just obviously every house is different.
Yeah, of course.
And we appreciate that, and it's good to have some basic rules. So what would be your base rules?
Base rules, you're coming into a very clean and tidy house, just please be the same, you know. Appreciate that I'm looking after you, like you're going to a 4-star hotel. Don't treat it like a 1-star, do you know what I mean? But don't be afraid to, you know, you have to feel comfortable in your own room. I don't necessarily mind somebody being a bit untidy. I can be untidy myself in my own room. But when you're in communal areas, make sure you clean the shower after yourself. Make sure you don't leave the floor wet. Open the window. Basic things.
And I think it's very good as well to respect their privacy.
Absolutely.
And not to go into their room, because obviously, you know, that's important as well. So, but the communal areas, definitely, it's really important, isn't it, to keep it nice for everybody.
And I also say to them that don't forget, you need to open your window.
You
mightn't have the same temperature that you have where you come from, but you still, you know, you're in
air
it. You need to air it.
Well, it's so important as well not to get mold, because if we don't air things, you can, you know, with the moisture, aren't we?
We're a damp climate, and we need to, you know. The one issue that I think a lot of students, especially coming from warmer countries, can be the variations of temperature.
And cold, aren't they?
And if they contact me before coming to my home, I say, please don't forget to bring a raincoat.
Raincoat, warm, lots of layers.
And you can, you know, and you don't really need that many layers. It might be a little bit colder, but we're not freezing. You're not going to the Antarctic. You know what I mean? You don't need 20 sweatshirts somebody brought one time in a huge big bag. You don't need that. And I also do your washing for you. So you don't, and it's not just even confined to once a week. If you have something that you really want washed, I've no problem doing that and drying it, you know what I mean?
That's great. One thing that people, when they're booking Homestay, the reason why they book it is because they want to experience life in Ireland, and they want to practice their English. So obviously I know sometimes students can be out a lot, but do you sit down with your students and, you know, like when they're having dinner, do they have dinner with you, or do you sit and have a cup of coffee with them, because you know, to get that chat? What do you do?
Well, basically it depends on the student. Dinner is usually every evening at 7 o'clock. Now they might be coming later, so I will usually not wait. But I will sit and have them, and if they're interested in having a chat, sometimes people like to eat alone. And don't want to have, you know. I'll invite them then if they want to have tea or coffee afterwards, or even if they want to sit out in the garden. But I don't like intruding, especially on teenagers, because sometimes they don't like that interaction, and especially in the morning. My own 2 daughters used to say, "Mom, we're not cheerful people in the morning. Just leave us, you know.
That's it.
You don't need to chat with us, you know."
But I think it's really important just to, at some point in the day, whether it's at dinner time or when they come in, to like, how's your day, and let them practice and tell you about their culture, because that's what they're after. And then, you know, some families go above and beyond, and they're the ones where they're like, oh my God, my memories in Ireland are just so wonderful because of the lovely hosts we have.
And be interested in, you know, that, you know, like I had a recent student who was French, and she spoke French, of course. She was from France. But she wasn't, her ethnicity wasn't from France. She was different, so she was explaining all of that to me, things that I didn't, you know,
culture.
In the culture. And then the current student I have is from Switzerland,
Yeah.
and she's also French speaking, but totally different culture, not the same.
Yeah.
It just kind of, you know, English and Irish people are not, you know, we might have similarities, but we're not basically.
But we're different.
We are different, you know, and unique.
Yeah, absolutely. And how long have you been hosting for?
9 years.
9 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
I do, and I love,
Yeah.
and I've made such really good friends. I was only recently on holidays with 3 of my ex-students who we meet up every year.
That's so nice.
I've seen one of them getting married,
Oh, yeah.
and another one is getting married next year. So, but she's also invited me over to the engagement party now. I don't know how that's going to happen, but
Yeah.
we'll
But it's
try to
nice
make
to
it.
be invited and to keep up that, like you say, the cultural exchange and the friendships you make.
Friendships, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been invited to stay with a past student 2 years ago. He bought his own house in France, asked me to come over and see it, and I'm hoping to get there as well. And you know, it depends on, you know, you can be a mentor to younger.
Yeah.
You know, I've had students contact me about the results.
Yeah,
You
lovely.
know, how is it going? You know, what's happening? We hear this in the news over in Ireland because they're still interested in
And what's happening here.
what, you know, don't
Yeah.
always believe what you read in the press, or you know, you know, were they still the same, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very interested. I mean, that's why I travel.
Yeah, so exactly, yeah, travelling to see different places and people coming over here. So you've always had really positive experiences from your students. And that's why we just wanted to sort of come around, show students and agents and teachers the different types of homes, the different types of hosts that they're going to meet.